Good morning and Jai Hind children. We are discussing the chapter conservation of plants and animals. And in previous class, I have discussed about the topic consequences of deforestation. Okay, and threats of biodiversity also. So I hope that you all understood about the topic. Now today I am going to start the next topic of the chapter, that is wildlife in danger. Wildlife in danger. It is also one of the threats of biodiversity. Clear? The wildlife means those all animals species which are found in the forest because of disturbing the biodiversity. It may be the cutting down of trees, or it may be because of the pollution and all. There is a danger for the life of such animals, wild animals. Okay, because they are going to lose their natural habitat because of deforestation. Alright, now, so that is why there is a danger in different species of the wild animals are going to arise due to deforestation or because of disturbance of biodiversity. Here, in recent years, the population of many wildlife species has been decreasing, mainly due to change in the environment that brought about by humans. Because of certain human activities, get it? What is going to occur? Number of species of animals, especially the wild animals, are in danger. Get it? Because they are not able to survive in such a condition in the forest which get affected by human activities. Alright, and due to which the population of such kind of animals are going to decrease, as their number was more before 20 years, but because of the deforestation that number gets continuously decreased. So a day might come in the future, not a single animal of such species will remain or left or will alive. Get it? So that is why it's given here that wildlife endangered due to the human activities. And the different species of the animals, their population is going to decrease. And we have cleared the forest, converted the grasslands into the farmlands, flooded large areas by constructing dams, drained swamps, and polluted the air and water. Just see that these all are the reasons. Because of that, wildlife is in danger. What is the first one? The first one is given as cleared forest. Human beings have cleared forest, means we are going to cut the forest for what? To get the wood. Okay, we are also going to convert the grasslands into farmlands, the natural grasslands which are used by the wild animals, herbivores, to get their food. Such grasslands are going to clear, and in place of that farmlands are going to make. Farmlands means the lands in which human beings can grow their crops for their own purpose. Get it? So the grasslands are going to convert into farmlands, flooded large areas by constructing dams. When the dams are going to construct anywhere, so you know very well, the places where we have the dams are actually made for what? To stop the flow of water. Is it not? So when the flow of water gets stopped by the dams, so definitely that water gets spread near about the areas, nearby the forest, nearby the villages. And because of spreading or flooding that water in nearby areas, the condition of flood is going to occur. And in such flooded condition, no wild animals or the wildlife is able to survive, and they are going to now move from their natural habitat because of the flooding area. Get it? So construction of the dam also responsible for flooding, and due to this flooding The wild animals are going to lose their habitat. Clear? The next activity is drained swamps and the polluted the air and water. Drained swamps, the water which comes out from the what? The drainage system, that is sewerage system, and they are going to just move towards the wild, towards the forest, due to which that dirty water is going to spread in a large area, and in that dirty water is not good for the survival of animals, wildlife you can see. Clear now? And at last, you know very well, pollution of air and water. This is also caused by human activities. Human activities are responsible for polluting air, you know very well, and also polluting the water bodies. So, due to these all activities of the humans, wildlife is in danger. The population of the different animals are going to decrease. Alright. Now, these all reasons which we have explained has destroyed the habitat of wildlife and has disturbed the delicate balance of nature. Because of these all activities, what is going to occur? Natural habitat is going to disturb, and also the balance of nature is going to disturb. As we know that in the nature there is a balance, okay, of plants and animals. Get it? But because of cutting more plants, there is a disbalance. Okay, and because of killing the animals, also the disbalance is going to occur. So this natural balance is going to disturb due to these human activities. Alright. Now, as we are discussing about the wildlife in danger, so we will discuss few things related to it. We will discuss few things related to the species of animals. Get it? The word species, I hope that you everyone knows. A particular variety of living beings, living organism. It may be the plants or it may be the animals. That is termed as its species. Right? Clear everyone? So here we will discuss some of the group of animals, some of the categories of the animals which are categorized on the basis of their existence. So the first group is there given endangered and extinct animals. Endangered and extinct animals. Killing the first word endangered is simply going to indicate that the animals are the species of the animals, group of animals whose life is in danger. And that is why their population is going to decrease. Right? So such group of animals, such varieties of animals, or you can say that such species of animals are known as endangered animals. Right? Because these animals, these species of animals are not able to survive in such a changing habitat, changing climatic condition. Get it? So the animals that cannot adjust to the environmental change, they begin to die. Understood now? Because they are not capable to adjust themselves. They are not capable to adopt themselves in such a changing atmosphere, changing climate of forest or any place. And that is why they are going to die. Get it? And some species become endangered as their population becomes very small. So we will keep such kind of animals in the category of endangered animal because their population is left very less. Why it's less? Because of continuous death of these animals. Okay, and the reason is they are not able to adopt themselves, adjust themselves in changing climatic condition. Right? So understood that what are the endangered animals? Endangered animals are those animals which are left very less in number, whose, or you can say that whose population is very less. And why it is less? Due to the death of these animals because of changing condition, environmental condition. And if such species are not protected, they may become extinct as their number are very less. And if we will not take care of them, if we will not protect them right now, so what will happen? Just in coming future, not a single member of that species will left. Not a single animal of that species will left. Alright. Clear everyone? So that time it will consider as extinct animals. So extinct animals means those group of animals are those species of animals whose any member is not alive. Okay. So that species is kept in the category of extinct. No one is alive of that species. We have only their photographs of past. We have only their what? Information written on the books in the past, and we have only their fossils that we obtain from the rocks and other places. But no one is alive of that species. So that species is termed as extinct animal. Such animals are extinct animal. Like one of the very common example, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are the extinct animals. Not a single member of that species is left right now. Get it? Understood? That is why endangered animals must be protected. There is a demand, there is a requirement, there is a need to protect the endangered animals right now. Otherwise, they will be also get extinct like dinosaur. Okay, clear everyone? So, the extinct means the disappearance of the a group of animals or the species of animals from the earth. And the example dinosaur, dodo. These are the two animals species that have become extinct in the past years. I have given the example dinosaur, just like that one more animal is there, dodo. Okay, which looks somewhat like the duck. It's completely extinct. Not a single member of this animal is left now. Alright. Now, the mountain quails of western Himalayas, pink hood duck and Sikkim stag are some animals that have become extinct in the recent past. Just get the name of some more animal who get also extinct. The first one is mountain quail. An animal quail, a species of quail which is found on mountains. It gets also extinct. And mainly this mountain quail are found where? Western Himalayas. Pink hood duck. Pink hood ducks also get extinct. And the Sikkim stag, a kind of stag similar to somewhat deer, found mainly in Sikkim area, Sikkim region, it also get extinct. It did. So these are some of the name of the animals who extinct just past, few year past, not very much more. Like the dinosaur get extinct much more years back. Is it not? But these are the 3-4 name of the animals who get extinct before few years. It is because of not properly protection of these animals. So that the bison, beaver, and pronghorn antelope, tiger, Asiatic lion, and the leopards are some of the other animals who are endangered, who kept in the category of endangered because they are present on the earth, but their number is very less due to more hunting, due to more killing of them. Get it? Their number are going to found very less. So right now, if we will not protect these animals, so they will also get extinct. Get it? So what are the name of endangered animals given here? Whose number are very less? Bison, beaver, and yes, pronghorn antelope, tiger. You know very well. That is why tiger projects are going to start by the government to protect the tiger and increase the population of tiger. Asiatic lion, which are found very less in number. And in our country, we also have the Gir National Forest, is Gir National Park, where such kind of lions are naturally found. So their numbers are also very less. Asiatic lion and the leopard. These are some of the name of animals whose numbers are very less, and they are endangered animals. Right? Now, smaller animals are also facing the danger of becoming extinct. Some smaller animals, these are the large animals, but some smaller animal species are also facing the problem of extinction because their number is very less. They are also endangered. And the example is what? Yes, ruthless killing of snakes by humans. Ruthless killing of snakes by humans, as the snakes are going to kill more and more by the humans, so they are also in danger. Okay, and it need to protect them. If we were to kill all snakes in a region, what can happen? The population of rats will increase, and if the population of rat will increase, then what will happen? Yes, they will eat more grains. The crop that we are producing, out of that a more percentage of crops get eaten by the rats every year. So because of the absence of the snakes who are going to eat them, so their population will increase more, and a big percentage of grains or crops gets eaten by the rats every year. Get it? So a disbalance will be there. So that is why it's given here that the rat population would increase as there would be no more snacks to eat the rats, and the rats would eat more grains, which may result in a food shortage. What can happen due to it? Shortage of food can happen. Okay, thus killing snacks disturbs the food chains and food webs of which they form a part, and this ultimately harms us. Overall food chain and food web is going to disturb. Just killing one animal more or just extinction of one animal of a food chain, overall food chain is going to disturb. You cannot say that only one level of food chain will disturb. No, overall food chain disturbs. Get it? Understood? So this one is about endangered and extinct animals. I have given the names of some of the endangered and some of the extinct animals, and you must have to remember the names of such animals. Okay? Now, after that, I am going to discuss the oral questions of the chapter. And the question number one is, what are you referring to when you talk about the flora and fauna of a place? Children, remember that in the first paragraph of the chapter we have explained about flora and fauna. So here the same. You have to explain about flora and fauna. If someone is talking about flora, it means species of plants, and if someone is talking about fauna, it means species of animals. All right. Now the question number two: give one word for variety of all forms of life found in a region. Just think about the question. Give one word for variety of all forms all variety of forms of life. Yes, very good. It's biodiversity. Now, the question number three is you would have read that trees take water from the soil and lose it by transpiration. That you already know. You have studied in your previous chapter, previous class. Now, this implies that in a forest, trees will reduce groundwater by losing it in transpiration. Do you agree? Give reason. So before giving the answer, you must have to understand about the sentence which is given here. As we know that trees take water from the soil and lose it by transpiration. And in forest, where more trees are there, they will reduce the groundwater by losing it as a transpiration. So do you agree? So children, be very careful by giving the answer no. We will be not agree because the reason is as the more trees which are present in the forest they are transpiring the water by transpiration process. The roots of the trees also help to recharge the groundwater. Get it? As the more trees are present in the forest, so the roots of those all trees help to recharge the groundwater. That water comes from the rain. As the transpiration process, when the water gets vaporized, they forms the cloud and again it rains and again the rainwater gets recharged by the roots of the plants. Okay, so that is why there is no loss of groundwater in the forest where more plants are there. Alright, now question number 4. If you cut down all trees in a place, what could this have on the land? So, what effect will be there on land? If suppose we are going to cut down all trees of a place, so what effect could this have on the land? Yes, cutting down, that is deforestation. So because of this deforestation, first of all, what will happen? That first one is there. Yes, wildlife will be in danger because they will lose their natural habitat. This is one of the problem. This is one of the effect. The next one is there. The next one is there. Global warming. As no trees will be there, so what will happen? No one will there to absorb the carbon dioxide because plants absorb the carbon dioxide. Alright, so temperature gets increased of that place. You cannot say that global warming, but you can say that temperature of that place will increase. Get it? Next one, if plants will not be there, soil will be naked and easily can eroded by moving water and wind. So soil erosion will be there. So these all problems can be created. These all effects can occur, can cause by the cutting down of trees of a place. Okay, right? Now the next, last question number 5. And the question is, which species of animals cannot be found on the earth? Extinct or endangered? Very good. Options are given for you in the question. Extinct animals or endangered animals. Out of these two, which species of animals cannot be found on the earth? So simply your answer will be extinct animals. Endangered animals are found on the earth, but their population is very, very less. Their number is very less. Alright. Understood all the answers? Very good. Now, after the oral question, we have the next topic, that is conservation of forest and wildlife. Okay, so come to the next topic. Conservation of forests and wildlife. Children, this one is our main topic of the chapter because we have the title of chapter conservation of plants and animals. So in previous topics we have discussed that why we need to conserve the animals and that forest and all. So deforestation and the loss of biodiversity and all will happen. So what are the different ways? What are the different practices that we can use for conserving our forest and wildlife? Here we will discuss the different methods or different practices by which forest can be conserved, wildlife can be conserved. Okay, so you studied about the method to conserve the forest in your previous class in brief, and some of these methods of conservation that we will discuss here in this class. And the first method is land harvesting. Land harvesting. Children, this is one of the practice by which we can conserve the forest. And the meaning of this method is very simple, that cutting down only some of the trees in an area. Suppose the forest which are present in any part of the country or any place, and we cannot stop cutting down completely because the plants and plant products and the wood, they are one of the important requirement of our life. Get it now? So we cannot stop completely cutting, but we can manage it. And for managing, a method is suggested plant harvesting. Out of all trees, cut few trees. Suppose if a forest have 100 trees, so out of 100 you just select some of the trees to cut. Okay, and especially which kind of trees? Old trees. And leave all the young trees, because after few years the young trees again becomes the what? The old and becomes same, make the forest. Get it? So this practice, this method is known as plant harvesting. Understood? Cutting down of some trees from the area, and the uncut trees, they will prevent the soil from the erosion. They will produce the seeds so that the new trees can grow again and again. So that cycle will be continued. If we will clear the forest, then the problem created. Okay, while clearing, no seed will form because of the absence of seed. No new plants will form. No new plants can germinate. All right now, and soil can easily erode it. But only few trees get cut. More of the trees get left. So they are again able to produce their seed, and again the new plants will produce. Okay, understood? Now, second method is afforestation, or it is also known as reforestation. Afforestation or reforestation. Children, this is the way, this is the technique or the method by which the areas or the places which get deforested, what we can do, we can plant the new saplings, new plants on such areas. Get it? And the new plants will grow there and again maintain the balance in nature. So such a method by which making the forest again, you know very well the meaning of re. Re means again. So the place which was forest earlier, but due to the cutting down of the trees on that place, again making it forest by planting the new plants, new saplings, is known as reforestation or afforestation. Get it? So it means that renewing a forest by planting seedlings or small trees of the same species as found in the forest, and at least as many trees as we cut should be planted, as many, suppose if we have cutted the 5 trees from a forest, so in place of that 5 trees we must have to plant more than 5. It is in the same area of same kind of plants, same kind of trees we must have to plant there. And that afforestation takes place naturally also. If we let the area remain undisturbed, the trees grow back and the forest gets re-established. Again the forest gets established, is it not? If we, after planting the new plants of an area, so after few years again the plants grow, again they will form their seed, again the seeds will fall down, again the new plant, so again by this natural cycle the forest gets covered, again it gets established like previous it was there. It is. So reforestation or deforestation is also a method which are done by human beings to establish a what? Area or a place where the all trees gets cut. Clear? So these are the two methods by which we can conserve or help to conserve the forest and wildlife. Get it? Now the third method is suggested here for conservation, protection from forest fire. Protection from forest fire. Children, you know very well that a large area of forest gets damaged. The trees and the plants gets burned due to the forest fire, because the forest fire cover a large area, and this forest fire occurs by both the reason, by natural way and by man-made, due to the human activities also. So here it suggested that by spraying fire extinguishing solutions from the aircrafts, what can happen? The forest fire can be controlled. Understood now? Because it is not possible to extinguish the forest fire by using the simple small forest extinguisher that we are using commonly at home and different buildings which are present here. Because the size of the area is less here and the size of the area in the forest fire is much more. Alright, so it is suggested here that we can use the same solution, forest fire extinguishing solution which are present in fire extinguisher, but we spread it how? By aircrafts. Get it? So by spraying by aircrafts above the forest where the fire is going to occur, the fire can be extinguished, it can be controlled. Okay, understood? And if the fire get controlled, so lot of plants also get saved from that fire. Understood now? Are the other method what we can do to protect the forest fire? Changing the direction of the wind by using strong blowers. Children, you must have seen that if a place caught fire, so the direction of that fire is towards the direction of moving wind. Get it? If we stop that movement of wind, so what can happen? That fire will not spread more and it can easily be controlled. If it's not going to spread by moving air, so it can be controlled by different methods. And for just controlling or changing the direction of wind, what we can do? By using the strong blowers. So by using the big size blowers in the forest, we can change the direction of wind, by which the forest fire can also be controlled. Okay. So these two methods are suggested here by which the forest fire can be controlled and our forest and wildlife can be conserved, can be protected. Get it? Clear everyone? Now some few methods are also suggested here that we will discuss in next class. Okay, and I hope that you understood today's topic. So thank you and have a nice day.